Imagine, if you will, a world where the Watergate scandal never unfolded. What could that alternate timeline of the United States look like? An intriguing proposition indeed. In this realm, it's the summer of 1972, and the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate complex remains untouched. No break-in, no bungled burglary, no scandal. Richard Nixon's re-election campaign proceeds without a hitch, his reputation untarnished. As Nixon takes his second oath of office in January of 1973, he does so without the dark cloud of Watergate hanging over his head. His presidency continues unmarred by scandal, and his focus remains on policy and international diplomacy. Nixon's détente policy with the Soviet Union, his attempts at arms control, and his historic visit to China in 1972 all continue uninterrupted. His foreign policy legacy, already significant, grows even stronger without the distraction of Watergate. Meanwhile, the Vietnam War ends in 1975, as it did in our timeline. However, without the scandal, Nixon's administration is able to maintain a stronger position in the peace negotiations, possibly leading to a more favorable outcome for South Vietnam. The absence of Watergate could also potentially have significant implications for the American political landscape. With no impeachment looming over his head, Nixon serves his full second term. This means that Gerald Ford never ascends to the presidency, and the subsequent election may see a different Republican candidate, possibly altering the course of future elections. In the media landscape, the absence of Watergate might mean that investigative journalism doesn't receive the same level of prominence and respect it garnered in the wake of the scandal. The careers of journalists like Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, who famously broke the Watergate story, might have taken a different trajectory. In the judiciary, the Supreme Court might look different too, as Nixon would not have felt the pressure to appoint a new Chief Justice in the middle of the Watergate scandal. This could have far-reaching implications influencing decades of Supreme Court decisions. As we draw our discussion to a close, imagine a front-page headline that reads, "Nixon, a presidency unmarred by scandal." In this alternate reality, Nixon's presidency is commemorated not for controversy, but for the substantial strides in foreign policy and influential shifts in the Supreme Court, presidential elections, and the sphere of investigative journalism. The Watergate scandal, which stands as one of the most momentous events in American political history, is a figment of imagination here. This envisaged situation urges us to contemplate the concepts of power, accountability, and the significance of a free and investigative press. Remind yourself, history is an intricate weave of events, decisions, and results, eternally interlinked and interdependent.